Hello, hello. Hello, Dickaberry. Isn't that super late for you? I'm just kind of wondering. And hello, Fishbones. How are you guys? Hold on, let me just transition. Hope the sound is okay. Should be. I see that my mic is working. Uh, it should be. Yes. Okay, it's the screen. All right, hold on. Let me just start with the paper first. Projects is still continuing for the Animal Crossing characters, and also, um, well, there's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more to draw, but that's fine. So I'm going to start with Tammy, the bear or cub. 3 a.m. That's what I thought. Like, it feels like because I know that 6 p.m. for me whenever I stream is like early morning for you. So I'm like, that is, shouldn't you be sleeping? Okay. Hold on. Let me just start with this and adjust a few things before I start officially. But yes, hold on. I think that's here. Is it? No. It should be here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's see. So I'm just kind of jumping like right into it, because there's a few characters. So hold on. I believe there's rolled that needs to be done. Um, yeah, Jembet is fine. Judy. So Tammy, Judy, and rolled. And somebody is kicking my butt today in your sleep and working 4 hours. Oh Jesus. Well, I mean, listen, if I can make you conk out, then by all means. Like, is it something that is very recurring? Some news? Oh yeah, Dig. Not good news, unfortunately. By the way, Dig, thank you so much for the game. But since I had it, I gave it to V. It was like the first person that came into my mind. Hello, Rosie. Hello, hello. Um, so yeah, she's the one who inherited the game. So the game was frick, I forgot about it. Is Gizmo alright? No. Unfortunately, I had to put Gizmo down Friday. So long story, as you guys may know, Gizmo got rushed to the ER Monday by my brother because he had a respiratory distress episode, and basically they emptied a lot of fluid from his lungs, and we're kind of like, we don't know if it's pneumonia or something, some kind of infection that happened. But we'll keep him under observation, and um then we needed to do procedures. So 24 hours after his lungs being drained, um they were like, let's observe him a little bit more, and his lung filled up again, and pretty fast. And so they were like, we need to proceed into like for a biopsy, because after the echo, like basically ultrasound of his lungs, they found out that it was some kind of mass, and they were like, well, we think it's really cancer because the way that his lungs would fill, it would be like too fast. And so they needed to do a biopsy, so they kept him at the ER, visited him, petted him anytime that I could, um, with my brother. And then Wednesday was the day where the biopsy was done, basically. And Thursday, we basically got officially the news that it was a pulmonary carcinoma, meaning a cancer, and not a. So basically, you have a benign tumor. A carcinoma is like an actively, bad cancer. And obviously, I talked to my brother about this. I was like, if it is indeed a carcinoma that is aggressive, I was like, Gizmo was basically drowning from the inside. And I was like, I love my boy, but at the same time, like, this kind of suffering is not okay in my book. And so I was already prepared, in a way that with my brother, because we were like, we might have to put him down. But it was kind of like the logistic of like how we were going to do it. And so we talked to the vet once we got the diagnosis, and the vet was like, it does make sense. And so they kept him for until we managed. They basically told us, we're going to keep him until you figure out. Goodness, that was a quick Tammy sketch. Let me just fix this. We're going to keep him at the ER for as long as necessary, until you guys find like a vet that could put him down at home, because that's what we wanted, you know. And so my brother Thursday was like kind of all over the place trying to find someone that could help our boy. We eventually found one, and we basically scheduled it for Friday, around 2:45. And so we told the vet, and they were like, okay, we're going to keep him. We're going to do one last thoracosynthesis. So we basically just empty the lungs before we pick him back up. And yeah, like, we spent a whole day Friday, and yeah. I was hoping it would be good news. Yeah, no, fortunately, it wasn't. Thank you, Rosie. I'm doing okay. Obviously, talking about it makes me sad, but at the same time, it was for the best. Like, think about it. Like, if you had a pet, a loved one, you knew that your pet was drowning from the inside, like actively drowning, and very fast too, like had respiratory distress. There's no way in fucking hell that any of you would be like, yeah, let me keep my pet like this. It's going to hurt, obviously, because you love your pet and you're like, you want them to live for a long life, but it's like the absurdity of like, what the fuck is, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, whenever they drain his lung, like, I would be able to pet him and he would purr. Even like the vet for that came at our place was like surprised because he was purring so much. Like, I would just, as per usual. But again, like, what was I supposed to do, And there's basically nothing that we could have done to help him, I must say though, I am over 2023. Fuck this year. Like, I'm done with 2023. I'm ready for next year. It's not a show as any fair parent wants to make, but like you said, it's not fair and human. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, it's at that point it was more of a, kind of freeing him from like any kind of suffering, because it was not like it's just not a way to live, you know? It's really not a year. Like it's not a way to live. So, but yes, so unfortunately that's kind of like the sad news. Um I am bouncing back a little bit faster than with Loki. Um Mostly because I think there's something that happens whenever you're actively here during the process of, you know, um your cat passing away. It was really like it's really palliative care. Um I am not, can we just okay. To be like an active part of the process of the palliative care of your own pet versus I have to go to work and once I'm back, my cat is gone. You know, that was what happened with Loki. Um, because obviously we couldn't really wait for too long because he had like seizures, couldn't was not eating anymore, and was going to like he basically was missing his medication, and so I had really no choice but to go through with it, even though you know I wouldn't be able to be there. Um, but for Gizmo it's kind of like different because I was there. As simple as that. I was there. So, but yes, it's a tough like it's such a tough decision and it sucks that we have to do that. But at the same time like with the diagnosis that he had and just like the idea of like not being able to do anything else for him was like worse. It was really worse. So if I'm a little bit distracted, it's normal because I'm also modding. Um so yeah, that's kind of like the reason why I'm feeling okay a little bit faster this time around. Um Compared to, the last few times. And let's face it, at this time, like it's almost like you kind of become numb to whatever happens to you. It's just been looking so driving. No worries, Cleo. No worries. Thank you so much for being here. You got to be comfortable. Yes, that's what I told my brother because basically we could have put him down at the vet, but at the same time, like I told my brother, I was like, we're not going to carry his body in the car. Like, can we just do it at home and bury him in the garden? Which we did. Um, we kept the body and we buried him in like a peaceful spot in my garden. I still need to figure out like what plant I want to plant there because it's not a big garden, but it's still something. And um, I had Loki's ashes that I still had in a box because on the opposites, like completely different, kind of death, but Loki passed during the winter time and I couldn't bury him. And so we had to cremate him and I still had his ashes that I didn't bury yet because I obviously still broke, still in the process of, building my buffer back, and so I kept the ashes inside the small box that it came in, and I decided to discard Loki's ashes in um like around Gizmo. And yeah. Oops, sorry Heather. I have to delete your comment. Sorry, I'm Heather, if you ever lurk in my stream, I had to delete your comment. I'm so sorry. There's a reason why. But yeah, so I discarded Loki's ashes um around Gizmo, you know, after my brother and significant other just, you know, dug um the hole on the ground in the ground. And yeah, Gizmo's love was legendary. Yeah. So yeah, Loki's ashes is with Gizmo. And it's fitting because Loki took care of um took care of Gizmo ever since Gizmo was a kitten. And it were like really close brothers. Um so for me it's very fitting that they're both together. Um still I still need to find kind of what plant I want to get for my boys, but yeah. I was kind of thinking like of a like because I still have to plan for something for Loki, is something for Gizmo. Like I was thinking of more rose bushes, but it's a little bit tough to determine. Like because obviously because of the climate and everything, not all roses would survive pretty well in my climate. And I'm a very as much as I love my garden, I'm also someone who's very lazy when it comes to maintenance. And so if it would be possible to have something that is more low maintenance would be great. I kind of wanted to have a lilac tree also because lilac smells wonderful, and during a rainy day it's like a perfect kind of flower. But it does need it does require sun, and I don't where we buried Gizmo was not, you know, super sunny. Because obviously my cats love the heat, but they also like the shade. um, so it would be more like fitting. I'm still looking. I'm still looking. There's no real rush here. Because yeah. And I like to have like a type of plant that has like a special meaning. Um oh my god. Can I? I'm having like a hard time with the line. Lilac, so white or pink. The species that I have, they're purple, white-ish purple. Um I do have a wisteria that is already kind of like purple blue. So that's why I was kind of thinking of something else that is not, you know, um let me try the other way. Maybe it's going to work. That is not purple or white. Purple is the best color. Yeah, it's really truly beautiful. Why am I having so much trouble? Do I need to zoom in? Usually zooming in makes it a little bit harder. But yeah. Jesus, can we? Okay. But yeah, so that's why like I also felt like streaming, because I am enjoying some time off. Um, and I know that you guys were pretty aware of everything that happened with my boys, so. Jesus. This is not it. Are you planning to honoring all villagers? It's going to depend on Cleo. I don't mind. Um, but I'm going to adapt depending on the songs that he's going to have released. I guess that would be kind of like the safest route. But I like to draw them as the song gets released, mostly because they do have like different vibes. If that makes sense. Because they are first songs. And that's why, like, for me, I'm like, I'll just wait until, you know, I get to hear some of like the few notes so I get a picture. That way, if I need to, or if I feel inspired to add a little bit more to the villager graphically speaking, then I can do it. But it is a fair it is a fair demand. Hold on. Oh my goodness. This is not. There's like other stuff that I also need to draw eventually, but like the I think the hardest one that I kind of want to work on also would be so Klee got himself a stream deck, you know, the one with the button and everything, and you can customize it basically with your own personal pictures and everything. And he was like, oh yeah, like maybe having a set with a particular kind of color and some logo in it. Obviously, for the logo, it needs to be simple because it is, you know, we're not here for like big details. However, I was kind of like wondering what would be useful for a Steam Deck when it comes to button. Hello, Doris. Hello, hello. You want to be here? Hmm? Yeah, now Doris is the queen of the castle. Can you not? Yes. No? Maybe you have food. I gave you food. Okay, well. If she comes back and decides to stay on my lap, then there's going to be some cat cam action. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of like wondering what would be a good thing for a Steam Deck? Like, what button would be useful? Okay, so Tammy here. Let me try to... It's kind of wondering. Should I... Okay, hold on. Let me work on the nose first. Let's see. Okay. I think the nose, yeah, it's a little bit like this. Actually, the form is good. Good. Line art for this one is a little bit faster. Good. Okay. Let's see. Maybe thinner? I think it's going to be thinner. Have you thought about snake root or fading candles? I think they do good in shade and are very beautiful. I need to look at that. I would definitely have to figure out what button things I would need first too. Yeah. What was the button that you said yesterday? Hold on. You did mention something. When it, like, my goodness, I got distracted and I forgot to take notes. But something that you could use, like, very often. You know. Okay. Not the perfect circle, but that works. Okay. Good. All right. Not bad, not bad. I think Tammy looks quite okay. Let's remove this. Yeah. The line could be better, but I think that should work. Okay. Let's see. Let's switch this for a darker color. It's going to be easier on my eyes too. I'm afraid to ask reading early comments. Oh, my cat. Hello, hello. Yes. That very, well, bad news, but yeah. Basically my cat, Gizmo, passed away. Had to put him down Friday. So this is why, like, I was lurking in streams, obviously, but for obvious reasons. I was not participating. Because basically I started like lurking early since his appointment was at 2:40 p.m. So I was like watching streams to kind of keep myself busy. And then eventually I had to go because, you know, the vet was there. But yes. Honestly, I would love to use buttons on multi-action ones. So one less thing for me to do. Yeah, it's really, how can I say? I don't use a stream deck. But I know that it's going to be like a game changer when it comes to you know, transitioning instead of always like clicking on OBS, activating stuff, and just it makes your life easier as a streamer. But like, even for myself, like aside from screen transition, it's definitely something that would be like useful. But I haven't really looked into the full, you know, functionality when it comes to a stream deck. Sorry, he's a piece. Yes, absolutely, he is. Like as sad as it is, it's also like liberating in a way. More like he's not in pain or anything, you know? And I know that he definitely 100% was in pain whenever we got him back, and you know, I could hear, you know, from his like breathing, I was like, okay, this is like the best decision that we could take. It's just obviously it sucks because it's not like he was, you know, he was not really showing any signs of, hey mom, I'm tired, you know. Hello, Kirsten. Hydrangeas, bleeding hearts. I do have bleeding hearts. Hydrangeas, I don't have them. Wilbur and begonias do well in low shades and low maintenance. Begonias would not survive my winters. Like, I do have begonias, but I have to bring them inside every winter, autumn, because it's too cold over here. If I look into meeting a beach one day as with lovely flowers, absolutely. Not sponsored, but I absolutely love my Stream Deck and I highly recommend it. You can also just find a numpad and just test it out first. Yeah, I mean, it is. I know that it's very like useful. It's just I feel like I don't have like a clear idea on how to use it. That would make more like would be more accurate. The decision is so hard. Yes, it is. Basically my cat, just to give you an idea, like because of his pulmonary carcinoma, like he was drowning from inside, and like within 24 hours his lungs would fill up almost at, well, not full capacity, but enough for Gizmo to just feel lethargic and like breathing from his mouth like very fast. And it was, yeah, it was, I was like, please no, okay, this is not okay. um and so I know it was like it was the best decision that we would have, like we took. It's just, again, it sucks because it is my, like, it was my boy. I had him for so long that it's not easy, you know. But I know that it was for the best. I have absolute no regrets in my decision. It was like I think it was the most humane thing that I could have done for him. I think I'm going to start with this as a base. Let's move to, so for the ears, it's like bright pink, like this. Oh, Jesus. Look at this. But yeah. And a darker, kind of still half modding, looking around here. Oof, that's a bit dark. Maybe lighter? There we go. Okay, for the cheeks now. It's more of an orange shade. A darker? Okay. Kind of. Kind of. Okay. And for the snout, it's like a whitish, ooh, with elements of yellow. Okay. I think that's good. Now, Briggs, have you seen people talking about React content lately? Ooh, something is happening with React content? I've been more of a, it's interesting because I know that, obviously I had to leave because the appointment was happening during the stream, unfortunately. But I just saw part of the drama when it comes to Doja Cat, even though I honestly don't fully care. But it was still an interesting, at least to me, an interesting debacle. And it was also like the kind of the situation with how do you call that? With the kind of like the state of video games, and basically the how basically the modern industry kind of fuck things up for content creator, if that makes sense. So hold on, let me mute for like 2 seconds. Okay, sorry, just a tiny bit. I did not expect my significant other was basically moving his stuff back in because for in temporary time he was living outside outside my place because my sister was back with my brother-in-law. So hold on. I'll continue a little bit on that, but because those are two subjects, and Kirsten, I think we looked at the same video from Ludwig, so BRB real fast. I'm out of breath. And yeah, I continue kind of like that talk, but I'm actually curious of the one that you're talking about, Deckleberry. So BRB. Hello, hello. I'm back. Okay. So hold on. To kind of go back, I'm going to start with your question, Deckleberry. So when it comes to React content, do I agree or disagree? Hmm. So right from the get-go, I would say it depends on what you add. So there's like React content is basically just like over the top reacting and you add fucking nothing to it. And it's just like it's reacting basically to a big name because you know that it's going to give you views because of the name that is associated with it. And there's also like a more interesting form of React content. I'm going to take him as an example because I mean, Ludwig in a way is a little bit that way because he's going to present you kind of like something that was taken from either a stream or a news outlet or something and just react to it. Right? It's an infinite money glitch. It is. That's the thing. Another person that I really enjoy a lot is Asmongold, aka Zach, is aka Zach Rar on Twitch. He reacts a lot to content, but the way that he reacts to it, like it depends on what, obviously. Like he did cover the whole like Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp like situation. However, I must say that his content, the way that he talks about stuff and adds to whatever video he's watching, plus, you know, linking the video in his chat and say, hey, by the way, send a sub, click the like button, even if the person did not agree with him, it's still something that I personally like. I'm like, that form can be all right because he actually add to the conversation. It's like whether or not it's transformative. Yes, true. I would say that way. But there's a form of React that I know, like I said, like those are that are super like over the top. Just because, you know, it's like a name associated with it. I'm going to take an example. It's not going to really work because it's not really like within the context, but it would be like Composer Cleo releases a video clip, and I react to the music video. It's like, yes, okay, but I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to listen to the music and be like, oh my God, it's so good. But I'm like, to me, I wouldn't create that kind of content because it doesn't add any like to anything to it, versus I'm listening to an interview and like actively react to the thing because I know that I'm the kind of person that would react along, versus I listen to the thing, I barely react on to anything at all, and at the end I'm going to make a full like a 30-minute comment. Then why didn't you just record the 30-minute comment and link to the actual video like Philip DeFranco makes? Like he basically makes like a small snippet and there's like bits and pieces, but his whole thing is like, here's all the link down below if you want to watch the whole thing. Hello, Coral. And so like it's kind of like, it depends on how you do the React comment. Legal Eagle is doing a video on a Little Mermaid. It was great because he also talked about how the legality of Ursula's contract would be adding to it. Yeah, because it's another spin. A lot of Twitch streamers would just watch Gordon Ramsay stream and just pause a few times, and that's where I'm against that kind of like React content, because it's not reacting, it's just watch with me, you know. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. Coral. I'm doing fine, like, yeah. So it's just that, you know, React content does give a lot of views, and it's kind of like it's almost like the same concept as reading, you know, what I call creative writing on Reddit, aka Amadi Asshole. Like, technically speaking, we can always read and just add a few snippets of it, and then you basically react to the news that you're reading, but not really having much to add. So it depends on you. Some have like more like interesting take. They go to, hey, here's my personal experience, you know. And hello, Naru. So there's definitely something interesting going on when it comes to like those, like that kind of content. But yeah, Ludwig, whenever he did cover the thing with Doja Cat, that was like kind of like a random news, because I know that even Asmongold like talked about it, and I was like, what the fuck, you know. Maria says is where all the creative writing 101 people hang out. Absolutely. But it's entertaining. That's the thing. It is entertaining at the end of the day. It's just, you know, like sometimes I kind of wonder. But yeah, like and I know that it came out on V-Stream when she was talking about it, because I think, was it Chat who brought it? I was obviously muted at the time, so I couldn't really listen to the whole thing. But it was kind of like interesting, because even when Ludwig talked about it, it was definitely like an interesting take, because TLDR, in the right order. So Doja Cat was dating this dude that was a Twitch streamer, from what I understand. that got into some kind of like kerfuffle with like grooming allegation, some kind of stuff similar to that. Like, definitely not something good. And her fans, well, fans were like, when pictures actually came out in the open where the two of them were together, fans became kind of like, did what fan does, aka being stupid and be like, you should like break up with this dude. With some did give a little bit of context from what I understand, and others just decided to be like the dude sucks, just leave him without any further, explanation. And so that was like part of the problem. Then a fan eventually asked, why can't you say that you love us like a lot of fan does, a lot of artists do. Even though personally speaking, it's a bit weird. Like, why do you have to ask, can you say that you love us? It's weird. Okay, it's weird. But that's what the fan asked. And instead of making a very coherent answer, she decided to kind of clap back and say, I don't love you because I don't know you. And I'm like, I understand her point. The delivery sucks. A little bit more good male. He covers certain stories, creative space, and yes, it is definitely. Like, I mean, that's what works for him. So I'm not going to play in his territory. And so, like, her approach, as much as I kind of understand it, because she's technically not wrong in a sense that I don't know you, so like the concept of love in the more like truthful and deep meaning, like the deeper meaning of saying I love you to your audience is going to be different. Or someone if you don't want to. That I do agree, Belle, 100%. It's just that the delivery is everything. Don't just say to your fan, I don't love you. Like, you can say, I appreciate so much your support and your love. And like, you can keep on deflecting, saying, instead of saying those words, say it another way. Because I know that a lot of people got upset because they were like, well, without your fan, you'd be nowhere. And that is true. That is absolutely true. Because if you don't have fans, like even here, like subscribers, if no one would subscribe to me and didn't at least appreciate me to some extent, like I'd be talking to no one, like in considering, the time zones and everything. It's just that I'm doing this because obviously like people do enjoy what I'm doing. So I keep on doing that because I enjoy what I'm doing and people enjoy watching me enjoy things. But I have to, you can't dismiss the importance of your audience in your success, especially Doja Cat, especially her. Like, yes, you can be super talented, but how many people are super talented but have nothing in return, And so, as much as I kind of understand her point of view, and I do agree to some extent that, I don't know those people, and why should I say I love you to you guys whenever, because I don't know you? But at the same time, the way that she answered was not okay. It's so good to appreciate your fans, though. Yes, absolutely. Because your fans are, they're your fans. They're here. They've been there since day one. And supporting them is something that is very important. Doja has always been queen of controversial to stay relevant, and it always works. It does. I think it does. Who's the other person? There's another weirdo. I like between her and Doja Cat, I prefer Doja Cat like 1,000% more. You know? No, 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 no. It's a her. Um, she's supposed to be a rapper. Whatever you, I never listened to any of her music. Now maybe 2 minutes behind the stream. No problem, Cleo. Um, what was her name? Oh my god. She she was hating on, oh god. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Um wait, wait, wait. I know I can find her. I know I can find her. She was a lot in the news for a bit and then she disappeared. She tries to have beef with freaking everyone. Like everyone. That was before Doja Cat. Like way before. She was hating on a lot of other rappers. Like, who the fuck is she? And now she disappeared. But she's known for that. I don't even fucking know who she is anymore. But yeah, it's kind of like people got mad because for me, as much as I kind of see her point, her delivery was pure shit. You know, a lot of the stuff she's done publicly is questionable. Absolutely, love the Nas on Twitter. Some That's the thing. I mean, I'm obviously not on social media for like by choice, you know. Um it's like she wanted her 50 minutes of fame and then went poof. Yeah, it is exactly that. Um oh my god. Who was that other girl? God damn it. Other girl, I think doesn't I think she's like um she's famous for based like she's Afro-American, very like and made talk shit about her own people of color. Hold on. I'm still mudding. So wait, let me weirdo. Just was moved. Yes, I know. She could establish more fitting musically, and then now it's just maintenance. Yeah, absolutely. But like the thing that disappoints me is like, don't you have other ways to stay relevant? You know, like like shouldn't be other ways to stay relevant, like do charity work or just don't cause any problem. The more you talked about as an artist, the more doors will open. Cleo, what kind of drama we can open for you? Let's create some drama. I mean, no, you have enough drama that you're trying to dodge. Trust me, but drama is a headache. Actually, what kind of nonsense we can, you know, but like nonsense but harmless. You know what? I'm going to start it here. Cleo actually has a Crocs collection. He has so many like of those like thing to decorate the Crocs. You don't know, but he has a wall full of it. He's actually addicted to Crocs. Crocs with socks on. No, I don't. It's like a harmless lie that we will run away. Just break some Rex reaches rules. Oh my god, just with that. Own Cross, I can stand by this. Composer Cross! Let's go. Koro, let's run with this. Oh my god. There are times I'm glad I live under a rock. I know bits, but not enough to cringe. Belle, same here. Absolutely. She already had the musical success with again pull with Ariana Grande. You can't top things like that. Absolutely. He already had a taste. Yes. Composer Crocs. Also, it's sad, but talking about against someone to get them more attention, the best thing is to avoid them completely. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I tend to kind of stir away from this. Mostly because, honestly, I don't have time for that. Like, I honestly don't have the time for that. No, when literally you have other shit to do. So 18 of your pencils and at your limited edition gold paper. Oh, fish bones. Oh no. Yes, because the drama means anyone can now search who is Doja Cat and then potentially liking her music. Yeah. And I think, and that's kind of like the thing. I don't mind Doja Cat. Like, I don't mind her. I do listen to her music. It's not the most profound music. It's actually not profound at all. But it's just like, do I need the drama? No, I don't. You know? I heard that Cleo went to Treasure Island is rags to riches. But I like the Crocs shenanigans better. I think like the Crocs situation is more outrageous. I want to get free, but imagine Coral, a custom cake, but with Crocs on it. Some Hover song or Arthur, alright, I listen to them. I mean, that's kind of like, and when it comes to like that's I come back to this when it comes to my opinion when it comes to music. You can make hit songs without me necessarily liking you for your lyrics. Like the beat can be amazing, but honestly, I don't really care about, you know, your song because there's no, like, it's very first layer, you know? I need to play Rags to Riches. Do it. You don't necessarily have to stream it all the time. Unless it's part of a rule, you can still do it. I think the issues about artists by any stretch is just music alone doesn't sell. True. True, very true. Nothing wrong with socks and sandals. Some people need to wear them all. Listen, I'm just saying that's Cleo's preferred look. Like shorts with the white socks all the way up the cat, like almost to the knee, with Crocs and some like, you know, I wanted to say jewels, but whatever pins they put on it, you know. That'd be kind of amazing. The knee, you know, well, like the shorts with the knee length socks. It has to be white, full cotton. You know, the ones that basically catch up dirt like super easy. They become like the bottom becomes gray as soon as you walk on the ground like for 2 seconds. You know, I'm just thinking them, Belle, please. Orange stripes, absolutely. Just here, no problem, Cam. Thank you so much for lurking. I can relate. You know how insane my Riz is. If the dogs would fish bones, please. The Velma socks, almost. Well, back to Velma. Oh my god. Yeah, the warning socks. It has to be that. But it's so that's like part of the drama, like unnecessary drama. But at the same time, like I said, as much as I understand her point of view, her delivery was absolute trash, and that I don't agree with. You know, because again, you can't say whatever you want when it comes to your viewers, but they are the people that kind of, you know, they're your ride or die. they've been there since day one. And like it's even if you don't want to say, hey guys, I love you, like you can also just say, I appreciate so much your support without having to say I love you because you find it weird. You know? Hold on. Morning socks, yes. I had to wear special socks and sandals on the long car ride. It was comfy. Yeah, let's go. The toe socks are regular ones. Imagine the toe socks with Crocs. What a fucking tragedy. Plaid short sleeve pocket shirt. I love that we all have like a clear picture of what I'm saying. So that's a controversy that surrounds Cleo. That's your controversy, Cleo. There, you have drama. Obviously, please don't drag this into Cleo's chat because it's really out of context. Because I know that, like, I know you guys, you're in my chat, so you know already that it's still like within, you know, the stream. Don't drag it into Cleo's stream because there's actual people out there that are going to be like, oh my god, is it true? Because obviously I'm so much of a good seller when it comes to drama that obviously, don't you know? You know? So yeah, that was kind of like part of the drama that I was aware of. And another one, it really, hello, DJ, how are you? That shirt, toe socks are actually awful. Listen, it's a whole other thing. And another like part, like stuff that I kind of listened like recently was basically just the whole like state. Hello, Dud, how are you? I think it's the first time that I see you in my stream. Well, welcome. I was basically just talking about like stuff that I was kind of listening to over the past week. Hold on. The other video that I watched was basically like kind of like the state of video games within the industry because of you know, basically money. Big corporation that wants to make banks and then make very questionable decisions when it comes to you know, releasing games. Just up to the channel if you want to know. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Since you're new, I'm a variety streamer. I stream probably everything that is not popular within the Animal Crossing community. I'm very fond of like retro games. Obviously you can see that I'm drawing also, really learning stuff. So not a pro artist or whatever, just enjoy drawing. But yeah, a good convention crunch has evolution. Really? Are you, hold on, convention, are you participating in some kind of way? If yes, how? I've been following the writers and actors strikes as well. That I've followed a little bit less. I know that within the industry there's a lot of like trouble when it comes to the Writers Guild and everything. So that's like a whole other thing. But yeah, when it comes to like video games, it's interesting. It was an interesting like list, basically just trying to listen to it and just learn a little bit more. A cosplayer. Ooh, what are you going to cosplay at? I'm super curious. For now, off topic, you mix milk and pop and you add the pop to milk, other way around. I assume that you're talking about cereals. So I don't really eat cereals. I can eat, but I don't really buy any. I tend to just put the cereals first and then the milk after because I don't like having a lot of milk. Like I don't like, it's basically just a reverse soup. Vanilla one sweets. Ooh, vanillope. Nice. So it is kind of like convention season. That's exciting. Are you going to have like to fly around a lot for that? Have to. And I walk pack a sack strike Prada outside the Nintendo store. But that's the thing. Why Nintendo? Like, that's the kind of like the part that just I don't understand. I want to support you. I understand why you want to be on strike, but listen. The smallest peaceful one? Nice. Hello, hello, Katie. Yeah, I know. I have V on my phone. I have Dan's chat on my left. You know. So I'm multitasking. The Netherlands is small. Everything is within reach. Oh, I see. That's cool. Because I know that over here, people, people travel a lot. Going to be to the one nice. Well, I hope you're going to have a blast. I haven't been to a convention in such a long time, so it's a little bit difficult for me to. I used to love going to convention, and then eventually just so much happened, and I was like, I don't have the time anymore. Plus the money, because every time you go to a convention, listen, Joshua, I don't know if it's possible for you. Are you able to go to a convention and not spend anything? Because to me, it's impossible. There's so much merch and other shit that they sell, and I'm like, listen, I'm a broke hoe. I need money. So going there would actually ruin me. So that's why I try to not tempt the devil. Impossible, thank you. Because sometimes like it's just whether like it's for like the plushie, the manga, the DVDs, Blu-rays, the other goodies and like keychains, and the sky is the limit. I love a good convention. I know, Coral, but listen, when you're trying to make financially like sound decision, might not be the greatest thing. Even though from Zealand to okay, this is by train. Hold on, did I miss part of your? Oh, okay. You were talking about like the distance. Need all them pins. Listen, I'm kind of curious. Like, how do people make enamel pins? Just really out of curiosity, not that I want to make some, because I know that's just for production values and just like the cost and shipping. It just takes a lot. I'm semi-retired from conventions. I want to go back but can't. Yeah, I haven't been to a convention in like a hot minute. I think the last one, even though. Oh, wait. Did I miss something? Let me see. Ooh, interesting. Some people are bold on that like chat. Working your first tattoo convention in this month. Nice. Is there going to be like big names? And also, interesting thing, so Coral, like whenever I take the bus every morning to go to work, there's someone at my work that have like one of the like a super nice sleeve, but I'm like, you work? I hope you don't work in the nursing home, because like in the nursing home part of my place, I mean where my workplace, because it's like a it looked like a black and white, like huge skull that looks like a watercolor. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But I'm like, listen, if I could take a picture with my eyes and upload it to my phone so I could show it to you, I would have. Which I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I'm just like respectfully like side eyeing just to kind of like look, because it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's huge. All her arm, like upper arm, has that skull, and it looks really like watercolory. So at first I was like, is that a ghost or something? But it was not. It was just like a nice big ass skull, and a lot of like symbolism. And she had like the berserk also like mark on her forearm. I'm like, you could be my best friend. Oh my god. They make them themselves. There are plenty of affordable machines. You can make them yourself. I need to look into that. I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious. To be honest, I want to share with you a little idea I have wanted to that I want to get to eventually. Yeah, I mean, it's all a matter of time. But yeah. So it's just there's a lot of like smaller videos that I've been listening to. They were kind of interesting, but haven't really heard much about the you know React video kind of like debacle. Was that my work at Vacation Park and was fully debt free? Yes. Work on that buffer for school. Because are you going to work while you're studying, Kirsten? Or is it more like, okay, let me make as much money as I can during the summer and then I don't have to work? Okay. Got to go have fun. Thank you so much for passing by, Belle. But yeah, I mean, if you manage to work while going to school and do all that stuff, that's amazing. So that's good. That could be like a night, like treat yourself situation. In my case, I just need to wait a little bit longer because apparently my paycheck is going to be next week. So I'm like, okay, that's not amazing. But I know that my paycheck, whenever it comes, it drops. It's going to be very, very, very helpful. Luckily for Gizmo, my brother was the one who absorbed all of it. He was like, let me take care of that. Because otherwise I would have cried inside a little bit more. Mostly because I wouldn't be able to afford anything. So I'm extremely grateful that he was able to absorb most of it. But yeah. No. I'm still baffled. Who is... Okay, I'm sick of this user keep saying the same shit. Sorry. There's someone in Dan's stream that just says, I miss my membership, then go get one instead of complaining about it. Because I know they're fishing for gifted memberships and that pisses me off just a tiny bit. Mostly because I'm like, do you think that money grows on a tree? You know? I end up just deleting their comment because I don't fully care. Let's see. Who is... I know, hold on. I know that if I look at a specific subscription, where is it? Where are they? It was related to the Doja Cat situation, where basically I was like, hold on, let me zoom out. This actually looks good. I finished it pretty fast. It was someone else that started a lot of beef, and between the two, I think the second one is like worse. Who is she? I know, because that's the thing. If I see her face, I know exactly who she is. Where is she? I don't need... I never heard of her. All I heard was that she was getting... Like, she basically shits on everyone just for attraction, like, to attract, like, attention on herself. But has, like, no talent. Absolute no talent. aside from being pretty, question mark, even though like to me she's not because of her shit personality. Where is she? Hold on. Not her. Oh my goodness. You see how volatile, like temporarily, everything is temporary when it comes to internet. Like the amount of like bullshit that is being said within a year is absolutely crazy. Like, oh my lord. What the actual hell? Oh, no, not her, even though they look similar. Where is she? Okay, now he's raiding Kato. Okay, well. That's up to Kato's mod now to deal with. Um, I do notice, I don't know, like for you, any of you that works on Rags to Riches, how you guys perceived kind of like the change on like in chat. Because I noticed that ever since Dan started Rags to Riches, listen, the amount of probably younger kids that shows up, unreal. Okay, so it's not. Let me see on Abba and Preach. I think Abba and Preach probably talked about her. Where? Please, can you please Abba and Preach? There you go. Hold on. What was their last video? Okay, no. Oh yeah. There was one video that they released. It was 3 days ago about like a woman that went to somewhere in Europe. Forgot the place. Was it in Germany or something? Basically as a reward because they graduated, and a guy came, like basically tried to hit on them and make a move on one of the two, and when she said no, tried to assault her and push her off a bridge. She fell down. I think it was like 400 feet or something. It was fucking terrifying. And I'm scared of heights. So my hand, just thinking about it, I was like, no, my hands are clammy. And like the second one actually like tried to save her and fell too. Only one of the two survived. And I'm like, all of this for what? Because she told you no? Like, what the actual fuck? Can't think of Rags to Riches outside the Sims context and threw me off, and every time, yeah, adapted to to Animal Crossing. Well, did that girl disappear? Oh my goodness. Where is she? That's the worst part, is if I see her name, I'm like, oh yeah, her. I know. It's just try to hit on a girl, like on this bridge. Basically, they only like, I think it started as like, hey, if you want to kind of like have a tour or something, and so they agreed. Try to make a move on her. The girl says no. Try to like being a little bit more forceful, and then because of the rejection, just threw her off. Yeah, and her friend tried to save her, but you know, she survived. But listen, the freaking drop was terrifying. It was so fucking high. It was so freaking high. And yeah, one of the two passed away. The only thing I think that, and I do agree with that, but I'm pretty sure when it comes to that, I think the news tried to ask the sister of the guy that got arrested, oh, what do you think about this? I'm like, what do you want her to say? Because it's her, like, her brother. She's gonna say, oh no, he didn't do, like, no, just, this is not, she's not even part of the equation. Whatever the fuck he did, that's his problem. Okay, that's not her. There's another. Jesus. Sorry, I'm still scrolling. the amount of people that seeks drama is, I don't know if I should be impressed or depressed. I don't know how I should feel about this. What is this? It's insane. I think social media is really doing something to people, making people very, very dumb. And when the media tries to get the people to sympathize with it, it's just, to me, like, okay, if I hear that one of my family member committed a horrendous crime, which was the case with this dude, like, if you ask me, what do you want me to say? Oh no, that's not him. Like, I never, like, of course you don't know. Like, you would not expect that, because if you knew that this person was an actual, like, either rapist or someone that would commit crime, first of all, I would certainly hope that you'd be like, let me call the police, or just cut the person off. Like, why? What do you expect me to say if you come to my face and like, oh, what do you think about, like, it's horrible. What do you want me to say? I'm not going to clap and say, yeah, that happened. Like, I'm not going to be happy. You know, call it depressed. Yes, I think it is. It's like such a weird mix. This is actually insane. The fact that I have to scroll this much to find her name. And the reason why I think about her, it's that she gets into a lot of controversy. She used to get in a lot of controversy just because, you know, that would put her name somewhere on the internet. And there would be like sometimes a back and forth between her and whoever she's attacking at the time. And I'm like, who are you talking about, girl? Oh, amazing. Wait, it's coming back to me. Hold on. Is it her? It is her! Azealia Banks. There you go. Another dumbass that loves to get into beef with other people for no fucking reason. It is her. Yeah. She talks shit about everyone. Just because. Yeah. That is her. Azealia Banks. Another kind of dumbass. But what can I say? I don't know who that is. Fishbones. You're not missing on anything. I had no clue who the fuck that person was until she started like popping up into, you know, the kind of like almost like the news channels that I listen to. And at first I was like, who the fuck is Azealia Banks? And then I learned, can't actually send that bitch. See? I think she's like between her, because that's the thing. The reason why I had her in mind is between her and Doja Cat. It's like a different kind of like, let me stay relevant by creating, you know, unnecessary drama. Yeah, basically. Let me stay relevant by creating unnecessary drama. Azealia Banks is like by far the worst. She's the one hit on the sun was so shit. I never really listened to her. Like again, I just, when I saw her name, I was like, Azealia who? And then I would, like, people were talking about like all the shit that she would say. And I'm like, I was like, and people still support her? Like, how? And this is where really, like, it's kind of like proof that no matter what kind of bullshit you put out, you're still going to get supported. You know? Doesn't really matter. So there's always hope. And that's kind of depressing when we think about that. Yeah. Wait. So Tammy's song had like some very like Caribbean vibe to it. So let me see. I'm trying to think. I don't know anything about her other than that song, but you can tell just from her on top of her, she'd be like, she's trying to get beef with anyone on this fucking planet. She berates, you know, Afro-American people by calling them, you know, either ugly, dumb, whatever. Yep. It's literally that song. See? Same stupid hoe. That's all I can say. Then she would basically just cuss out anyone. Man, woman, anyone in between, you know. Yup. That's what I heard too. I think, see, we are talking about the same person. She's just, to me, I'm like, this is fucking insane. It's actually insane. Like, I was like, how can you support that kind of like singer, quote unquote? If you can even call that singing. That's why, like, there's a lot of when it comes to music, I can raise a lot of questions when it comes to that. Okay, hold on. I'm almost done with Tammy, which is kind of cool. I think I could do Rolled after, because Rolled is cute. It doesn't look too complicated to do, I think. And then I'll be able to export it and ship it to Cleo. Cleo, if you can still hear me, if you need more, because I know that you added Rolled and Judy to the list. It's a baby, yes, absolutely. He's such a cutie. So yeah, from Judy to Rolls. I can do like extra villagers. For real. Just because. Okay. It's always funny because I am like half looking at V stream on the corner of my eye. I know that Katie's like modding a little bit more on the other side, which is fine because I think whenever you stream Animal Crossing, you have more chance to lend onto younger kids that causes trouble. Damn, look at you, Tammy. What a princess. Let me try to do this. Yeah, okay, I like it better this way. Okay. Oh, goodness. Also, another cool thing that happened recently. Well, this obviously. What, this is Tammy? What did I think she was a cat this whole time? There's two. No. You're not wrong, Coral. There's Tammy with an I and Tammy with a Y. Even I had to Google because the song was about Tammy and her catchphrase was "you heard," and I wasn't sure. I was like, I had to basically Google, you know, Tammy ACNH, you heard, just to make sure that I was like actually drawing the right one. So you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I think you're more knowledgeable when it comes to Animal Crossing villagers than myself. Tammy is the most cursed. Oh, listen. Not the Tammy hate. Even though low-key, I kind of understand why. Okay. Well, I think she's basically done. So that's cool. I'm confusion. Instead of I know. I know. Okay. Second one. So the first one is pretty much done. Let's look at the rolled. Thank you for the like command. Sisterly cub villager. Yeah, Tammy with an I. Oh my goodness. Cleo, I swear. Never do Tammy with an I. Cause that's a monkey. Those red unblinking eyes haunt me forever. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wait. Okay, so villager list rolled. Where are you? Let's see. Doris is just like Tammy would be a good one for April Fools. No, Tammy with an I did no. Never exist. Never exist. Where are you? Rolled. Can you? Okay. Are you going to? Do I need to fight? This is not real. How in a? Oh, there we go. I was like, how am I seeing Rodney, and I can't see rolled? Like, please. Okay, where is it? Here. There we go. Okay, sketch. Ah, rolled, such a baby. It's going to be much faster to draw him. Like I said, symmetry tool saves lives, or more in my case, saves me time. Okay. I don't know, like, how am I supposed to go about it? I think I'm going to start with a beak first. And then it's supposed to go a bit like this. Because there's like the two here. I think that way. Good. I love the symmetry tool. Yeah, it to me it saves me a lot of time more than anything. But I tend to encourage not using it whenever you practice drawing in order to get better. Because in real life, especially when you draw on pen and paper, you don't have the symmetry tool. And it trains your brain properly. Oh my god. Roll is a bit cursed. Those empty eyes. Holy Grail tool. But yeah, I try to press this without two. Yeah. In my case, like, it's really because I'm... Like, all of these are going to be sent on DMs, like, in DMs to Cleo. Yeah, no. That is not it. What the actual fuck? Oof, that was cursed. His role has like more. Yeah, he has void eyes. That's what I have to remind myself. Okay. I'm going to start, I think, on the side here. So yeah, another cool thing that happened to kind of try to cheer me up a little bit during, you know, the time with Gizmo. My significant other got ourselves tickets to see a Final Fantasy concert. Rolled has seen the abyss. Absolutely, Wesley. He's seen the horror. Is exactly what happened. So yeah, I'm going to go see a Final Fantasy concert. Full blown like orchestra. in December. Doing tattoo is super convenient. It says so much time doing my own artwork in my own time for fun. I try and use less of the it does it for you tools as possible. Yes. I mean, for you, especially like for tattoos, yes, it is amazing. I'm actually super stoked about it. Um, especially for tattoos, because I feel like it also gives you like a kind of an idea for a timeline for your work. Like if drawing it takes you like 6 hours, I do believe that the real thing is going to take you 6 hours also. You know, if not more. Let me try to see. Animal Crossing. Devs. Why did you why didn't you put like a light source? You know? It adds something. What was the beat for a world? I forgot. Forgot the beat for the rolled song. I don't know why it makes. Hold on. Okay, there's some. Okay, let me cut a little bit the bottom. I feel like it needs to be scrunched just a tiny bit. Okay, better. I think the light gave rolled another look. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I think it's like he's a little bit less round, like squished in this. He really looks like he has seen something absolutely. Poor Rolled. He's such a cutie too. Oh my god. Okay, I mean I guess this is it for the line art. So over time, because I've been doing for 6 years, I'm still pretty slow as a tattooist. Yeah. He's so precious, he is. But he looks traumatized. And I'm not sure how to feel about this. I feel like Rose is looking through my soul past my life. That was the whole point. I can also do DVD logo, but oh yeah, like the way that it would bump, and people would just wait for it to bump into a corner. Listen, we were bored kids. That's what we were. Like, we're the kids. Is like, did you have friends when you were young? It's like, what friends? Who needs friends? I had the DVD logo as a friend. You know, when it hit the corner, it's so satisfying. Absolutely. It's just like, it's just such a nice like moment. Let me actually crop this and raise this. And I'm zooming it in. Or rolled, please. Oh my god. We used to watch the Windows 90. Oh yeah, that too. How many times it's changed from back then? Simpler times? Absolutely. I think it was much simpler. And I think it is something that actually came up in the you know, the state of the video games industry, like talked, like basically videos that I've listened to. How, you know, back in the days you would buy a game, and the game, when you pay, well, I mean, at the time, back in my days, a full-priced game was like anywhere between $40 to $50. Like, full-price new game. Now, obviously, it went all the way up to $80 to $90. That's without taxes, so usually if you can count taxes in, it's like $100. That's the thing, exactly, Wesley. You buy the game and the game was done. There was no like There was no DLC situation because obviously internet was not really a thing. But also, like, it's, how can I say it? The 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 um, the business model that was behind those games was not, you know, predatory, if that makes sense. Now it's kind of like, what kind of, like, it's almost expected. A game comes out, and my brain immediately goes into, okay, what kind of microtransaction they're going to ask me this time. And it's sad, because why is it a thing? Okay. I usually try to do it in one go, but I have a bit of a trouble nowadays. Where is it? There we go. Okay. There we go. Look at the pixels. I read the lucky text cry when you're sipping these yourself. Yes. Did that happen to you? I remember vividly when I deleted one of my save file by accident because, you know, you had a memory card and you can only have like a specific amount of save files in it, and depending on like the games, some games would take like 2 blocks instead of one, and it would make you cry inside because you're like, I need to delete one of my save or kind of like copy it to another memory card to kind of like optimize all the games. And I remember deleting the wrong save. The way that I screamed. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly what you said. Those like, especially because you see the logo like slowly like fading and growing a little bit smaller until it's gone, and you're like, did I really just lose everything? Yes. And then you re-question your life and you're like, did I really just deleted more than 20 hours of gameplay in one button? Like a freaking idiot? Yes. I remember those times. Simpler times, but a little bit more terrifying. But it made you appreciate a little bit more, you know, certain games. Now, mind you, the discourse now is a bit, it's kind of crazy because no one is like satisfied anymore. Hold on, finishing my water. Okay, I'm ready. Time to work on this. Hold on. Okay. Mostly because there was like this whole kind of like debacle, if that makes sense. I remember my yellow cheeseburger Game Boy. I miss. You had a yellow one? I remember the old school brick, the gray one that could kill someone. I still have it. Um, and I had a purple Game Boy Color. At the time when the Game Boy Pocket was out, I was too broke to afford one. There we go. But yeah, so there was an interesting take, like a video. Because I mean, for people who don't really know me, I have like interest in playing, you know, the Diablo games. As kind of controversial as Blizzard is, I still want to play the game because I do enjoy Diablo as a franchise. And there was like a campfire, I think, video that was done, like a press conference, Things that they did to Dungeon Keep. Oh, Berry. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, Dungeon Keeper. The way that they destroyed this franchise is so fucking sad. Oh my god. Berry. Yes, I absolutely remember that. It is PTSD at this point. Oh my god. Listen. But like the way that so the video was actually interesting because Blizzard basically did a okay, this is going to be problematic because I do not know how to freehand this properly without it looking like Dookie. Basically Blizzard made a press conference regarding Diablo 4 and some patches that they were going to do. And while listening, I mean, I haven't played Diablo 4, but I've listened to plenty of people that played it that were talking about like how after one of the patch that got released for season 1, how the game was basically not really good. Mostly because, you know, the way that they would try to quote unquote balance things was pure garbage. And so they did a campfire, like almost like an emergency campfire. Hello, hello, Mama Cat. Thank you so much for lurking and to have all my Game Boys. Yeah, let's go. And so they did, you know, that emergency meeting and were talking about like how the next patch that was going to be released, I think, is going to be August 8th. So I think August 2nd is going to be when the list is going to be released, so for people to be able to read it. And the 8th is whenever the patch is going to come out. And so like a lot of people that plays a lot of Diablo 4 were looking at the press conference and commenting on it. And they did agree that the actual conference was good and was not trash at all. Like the fixes, the complaints that they had while playing the game were going to be basically either fixed or just flat out removed. Time to work, no problem, Mama Cat. Have a lovely day at work. And so that was it. But there was like some videos that came out after that, how kind of like the problem within the industry is also a bit linked to the viewers, because a lot of like, and it's going to be like, it's very niche because it's Diablo, but it could be about anything else, about how like people were basically trashing onto the conference without really giving the actual like game a chance. Is because they already think, oh, Diablo 4 is trash, thus anything Blizzard is going to talk about in this press conference is going to be trash too, and just dismisses it. And like basically the video itself was like, why can't we stay in the neutral part anymore? Why can't we enjoy a video game for what it is? Like, and I'm going to take other like more, not necessarily extreme, but bigger examples. But it could be like people that were trashing you know, the Zelda Wind Waker when it first came out onto the GameCube. And I remember vividly the reason why a lot of people were criticizing it is because back in the days after, you know, the hits that were Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on the Nintendo 64, there was like a leak of a 3D Link fighting against Ganon, from what I remember. That was like at the time extremely cool looking. Um, and people were like, "Oh my god, this is going to be so cool for the next Zelda." And the thing that got leaked after that one was Wind Waker for the GameCube. And so people like lived with the memory of Majora's Mask being the latest game that they played of Zelda, clung onto that, clung onto those pictures or animation or a leak of a super, like at the time again, high definition Link fighting Ganon, and we're trashing on Zelda by basically saying that this game sucks because it's Toon Link. What the fuck is this design? When, objectively speaking, the game was awesome. But because of like a difference, like because of it's not what they expected, suddenly it's now trash. And there's no middle ground anymore. There's no like, oh, I don't really like the design. And I know one of my friend, he's like that. He was like, he likes Wind Waker, but he dislikes the design of Toon Link, which was very interesting to me because I was like, really? Because I think Toon Link looks cool, but he's like, no, Toon Link is not my thing. And I was like, well, agree to disagree. And that's it. But for him, it was like he always like he always preferred like Link's version. Hold on, was it from Skyward Sword? I think he likes it better for this one. Yeah, compared to other kind of like he basically talked about like other versions of Link that he prefers better than, you know, Toon Link. And I was like, well, that's fair. You know, that's your opinion, obviously, but that's a fair assumption. But it's the fact that that discussion can no longer be done. It's like one extreme or the other. A little bit like when it comes to movies, now you can't be like, it's not my kind of movie. That is no longer possible for you to say. Like, either you love a movie or you hate it. There's no like in between anymore. Telepathy Link is cool, but Toon Link is so fun. I know, but and that's the thing, like that's what he told me. He's like, he dislikes Toon Link's design. But he was like, but he enjoys Wind Waker. He said the story was actually nice and everything. It's just that he's like, I don't like Link's design. And to me, I was like, that's fair. And I think like it's very stylized. Yes, absolutely. Very stylized, but it looks so good. It's so good. But in his case, he just doesn't dislike like the design choice for Toon Link. And I was like, what? You know, that's his choice. As a consumer, that's his choice. But yeah, I do notice that even like when it comes to movies, it's like that too, where you can't have a different opinion. I was watching like it's like a movie critic, and it was interesting because he was like, his job is basically just watching movies. That's his job. And he went to see, I think, the Barbie movie. So I haven't seen it. Not sure it's my kind of movie. I feel like you've drawn this wide-eyed fellow before. Did I? I don't think I've drawn. I've drawn fauna. No, not fauna. Flora. I mean, I did draw fauna before. It's flora. Another bird. So maybe that's why. I could never forget those eyes. Yeah. Um but yeah, basically like the interesting part is he went to see Barbie, the movie, and did not like it. And that's the thing, like I know that there's like some people that dislike the Barbie movie because they were like, oh, there's a lot of like feminist propaganda. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's okay to be aware that it exists, but like completely, it's not like you can basically just take a step back and be like, I know there's some kind of like feminist messages that goes behind it, but at the same time, is the movie objectively good? And did I enjoy it? If the answer is yes, then that means it's a good movie. If you disliked it for whatever the reason, because it's not really your type of movie, it's fine too. But to be like, oh, this movie sucks because there's like feminists, I'm like, it's Barbie. If there were no messages for women during a Barbie movie, I'd be highly disappointed. Highly, highly disappointed. And since there is, then I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Which to me is just like, there's a lot of like small things like that just baffles me. And I don't understand. We're really at a weird point in time where discussion can't happen. You can't have like a middle ground opinion, because otherwise you're going to be called a bigot or whatever. I feel like people who say that I kind of only saw the movie to watch it anyway. Yeah, absolutely. Because the dude that I watched that made a lot of like his job is just doing movie reviews. He's more like a indie film kind of person. But he did mention that was like, although that there's a like, I think his gripe came from a lot of like smaller details, and I could understand why he felt that way. But he said that objectively, like he said it's not a trash movie by any means whatsoever. But he said, I just didn't enjoy it. But like it was interesting because he's an older Asian man, YouTuber, legit critic, like a real, he's paid for that. He has like press passes, gets invited to premieres of a lot of different movie. Like that's his job, his real job. But he's more like he's more known within the like indie scene, if that makes sense. And that's interesting because he was like, so he's an older Asian gentleman, and he was like, he said that he was more like disappointed because of, you know how, I haven't watched a movie, so there's no way for me to know. But he was disappointed. He's like, how come there's no like Asian Barbie? How come there's no Latina Barbies out there? Like, how come the only diverse, like, basically characters that we had were like, when it comes to the cast, was more on, the male side. Like the Kens were like more diverse, because obviously from what I understand, there's Barbie and there's like human characters that were Latina, I think, of Latina descent. And he's like he said, I love those characters, but he's like, how come there's no actual Barbies that have been depicted that way? And so he points out like a lot of like tiny thing that is flawed for, he said it's just disappointing, especially when it comes to a movie that claims to be woke. So he said, it's like a small, like very small irritants to him that was like it's a like more of a like it's a missed opportunity for like in his eyes of something that could have been so much better. And one of his co-hosts, like interestingly, actually enjoyed the Barbie movie. He was like, "Yeah, sure, there's a lot of like messages behind, but he said that it was not a bad movie. He was just disappointed for like towards the end. He said, I understand why the choice was made, but he was like why does it have to be that way? Why the ending was built that way could have been better, a kind of sense. But again, mind you, those two are indie developers, like not developers, but indie movie critics. Their specialty are more into like the horror game, not horror game, but horror movie scene. Listen, rolled. Hold on. Let me try something, cause listen. Yes. Light. Oh my god. um. But yeah, so it was just interesting to me to listen to those people rant about it. But that's what I say. They said you can look at the movie like back in the days. You could look at the movie and say, even though this movie is not for me, either like visually speaking, the graphics were wonderful, um, and you know the it's so cute. I like it better with the eyes. Like, hold on. Yeah, I think that way. Um, yeah, you can basically just agree to be like, okay, this movie was not my type, but the director did a good job. The music was good. Like, and that's kind of like the interesting part because they were like, nowadays, you can't have that anymore. It's like either you love it or you hate it. There's no like, oh, I enjoyed that movie because of this, this, and this. But otherwise, like, it was not my cup of tea. It's just like everything is so polarizing. And I'm the worst offender when it comes to that because I know damn well there are some movies out there that I have that strong opinion about. Looking at you, Star Wars, because listen, the Star Wars franchise got done dirty. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Hold on, Judy, where are you? Judy. Because Star Wars, I got heated up when I saw that. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one was going to be hard. All right, let's see. Because I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Sequel trilogy was rough. Listen, that's rough is an understatement at this point. That's a PTSD inducing topic, absolutely. Because that's the thing. You know, growing up with Star Wars, I've watched the original trilogy, had it on VHS back when Han Solo shot first. Because you know what? Han Solo did actually shoot first. Fuck whatever, you know, changes what was done after. I don't care. I still dislike the George Lucas edition for the DVD release. I just still dislike it. It adds nothing to the movie. The cutscene discussion with like holographic Jabba with Han Solo was just dumb as hell. Did not add anything to the whole plot, amongst other things. They hoped hop directors to just lost the plot. Absolutely. Oh, there's more than just director, writers. Like, it was a fucking shit show. Now, mind you, Um, Han Solo shot first, absolutely, absolutely. And hold on, let me try to look. So Judy has like, so this like a lighter shade here. And so hold on. Like I said, when I said that I was kind of like the worst offender when it comes to that, and I try to now kind of like take a step back to unwind, is because like I said, Star Wars actually, like I just can't find anything for the newest trilogy that is positive. It sucks. Like, I wanted to like it. Like, you have no idea how hyped I was when it came out. I was like, yes, it's Star Wars. I've been waiting for this for so long. I'm super happy. I didn't know where it was going at that point. I've read like some of the novels before. There was like comics coming out, and I was like, oh my god, is this going to be like about like Luke? Is it going to start with like Luke meeting his wife, and eventually like with Han and Leia's like kid? Like, I was like, nobody knew. Okay, nobody fucking knew. And so I went to see the movie, and then the bullshit happened. And I was like, pause. The fuck happened here? Because that was not my Star Wars. That was not my Star Wars. Hold on, because it's like, okay, so this Judy needs to be tweaked a little bit. Because they created basically the most Mary Sue character ever. The side characters were not memorable at all. You could see how Disney just wanted to sell merch, basically, by creating cute animals. Hold on. Her face is not okay. Just can't stand right. Me neither. Me neither. I do have like a dislike of Mary Sue characters. It could like it doesn't have to be Mary Sue. It could be a Gary Stu too. Like a male character that is way too OP. That also pisses me off. It's just that listen, the scene when she got captured, she got force tortured, managed to withstand the torture, managed to then manipulate a fucking stormtrooper, even without having any training from the Force. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? I can see with the lightsaber at one point, getting cut through everything, and this time it just cause a small cut. Listen, that's among so many other shit. Hey, I'm kind of happy with this Judy sketch. Like, what the fuck is going on? Did you guys actually watch all the new movies? I did. Did you, Dickelberry? If you wanted trash talk about Star Wars, the newest one, like, and that's the thing. Even within the newest ones, I could see, like, there was some stuff that were just, like, that was good. That's the worst part. And I'm talking visually speaking. Like, there's some scene that just, like, I looked at that and I was like, this is a gorgeous wallpaper. This is an actual, like, gorgeous wallpaper that I would actually own. No fucking problem. No shame at all. But god fucking damn. Like they just trashed it. That's what happened. And it made me mad. Cause I was like, I love the series. I don't know why the fuck you done us dirty like this. Am I on the Jesus, hold on. Someone's nostalgia baiting. And hold on. Okay, there we go. The last one was Force Awakens. Okay, so it's the first one of the trilogy then. Just the first one of the first trilogy is good enough to rage, to be honest. It's just like, I personally, a lot of people are like, aside from this is kind of like this is the plot from A New Hope. Rogue One was okay. Rogue One, actually, I got hyped for one scene specifically. But Rogue One, okay, the beauty, we're going to start with Rogue One, okay? Rogue One, what I loved about it was that the plot was simple. You know exactly how it's going to end because you heard about it in A New Hope. You know that those people died to save those files. Have you watched? No, I haven't. Like, any of the Netflix series, I haven't watched because I unsubscribed to Netflix, mostly for monetary reasons. That look promising. I heard stuff about it. So, Discovery, from what I heard from people who absolutely love Star Wars, that was not it for them. For like some absurd, like, how can I say it? From what my friend told me, they told me that Obi-Wan was absurd because it's, how can I say it? You know when a movie is like a series is done and you kind of expect something from it, but then it takes a turn and you can see that it's really because of either for wokeness purposes, like it's basically like, yeah, it's for wokeness purposes, and it's like, hey, look, this character can do it, and you're like, no, she can't, or he can't, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. You want to know how to do Disney Plus stuff? Can you? Oh no, don't worry, Kirsten. Don't worry about it. But thank you for the offer. It's just, so from what I understand, it's kind of like that, and it's going to make a little bit more sense because it did happen in Star Wars. So for Rogue One, the premise was simple. You already know what's going to happen. You know that those people are going to die. You just don't know how exactly. You know when, but you don't know how. Plot was simple. The characters, in their own way, were memorable in their own way. And then you can basically watch Rogue One and then immediately pop in A New Hope, and it's going to be seamless. Hold on. And that's kind of like the beauty of Rogue One, is that you can do that. Now, for Force Awakens, to be honest, we need more Clone Wars about, yes, the animation was actually excellent. So when it comes to Force Awakens, so I'm going to take this as an example, and I'm going to expand a little bit more for the rest of it to kind of tell you like how it slowly devolved into what the fuck am I watching situation, especially for me. So Force Awakens starts and you see Rey, and I'm like, okay, well, that's a new character. Don't know her. That's fine. Let's trust the process. I know that a lot of people had griped that, oh man, this is the plot of A New Hope. Even beyond that, you can recycle the same shit. I don't even really fucking care if the execution was okay. But you had a solid plot from a fucking New Hope, and you still managed to trash it. I repeat, you had a solid plot from A New Hope, simple but solid, and you still managed to muff it for a fucking remake. I'm worried. I mean, Kirsten, I just have to say it's going to be a shit show. I can almost guarantee that it's going to be a shit show. Because, and I'm going to touch a little bit more on that when it comes to the reason why. And it pisses me off because of that. But basically, yeah, like they recycled the plot of A New Hope, but still managed to do it poorly. So a lot of people like, oh, you're just like, you were baiting on this. I'm like, you can't bait me on this. I don't mind to a certain extent if the execution was actually all right. But the execution was shit. And that's the part that pisses me off when it comes to, you know, Force Awakens. It's like, not only did you play with my emotions, but you even gave me something that was trash. Always call my kitty One Kenobis. Aww. I love it. I love it. I actually love it. Hold on. Let's see here. So yeah, so they had a solid plot, and instead of doing an actual good execution of the original movie with maybe a little bit of tweaks, you fucking trashed it. You fucking trashed it. They created a character, a literal Mary Sue, that, like I said, when I first saw Rey, I was like, okay, interesting, new character. I want to see how she's going to tie everything together. And I didn't mind it if she was going to be a next Jedi. I don't fucking care. It's just that she gets captured, get interrogated, and managed to resist a so-called trained Sith. Like, she manages to withstand interrogation from full-fledged Sith that got trained to become the next Darth something. Survives. Don't say jack shit. Have a fucking stormtrooper come in. And I know stormtroopers are not supposed to be like very bright people. But then she's like, you're going to let me go. And a stormtrooper says yes. I was like, you had like the way that I fucking reacted out loud in my fucking seat at the movie theater. My significant other was next to me. I was like, I think the first thing that came out of my mouth was like, what? Immediately. I was like, what? So she managed to force manipulate this fucking stormtrooper. And of Force Awakens, isn't that the one where she has like a 1v1 against Kylo Ren? And actually managed to make a fucking slash and make damage on Kylo Ren's helmet. Was it this one? Because I was like, not only she can do that, she can use the lightsaber without any problem. She can force pull the fucking lightsaber out of fucking nowhere. And I was like, haven't you seen A New Hope? Haven't you seen whenever we see Yoda for the fucking first time and Luke gets his ass to Dagobah, gets to meet Master Yoda, barely could lift a fucking rock to pile on top of one another? I'm like, and this bitch? She comes in out of fucking nowhere. At this point in time, listen, I'm getting heated up. Jesus. At this point in time, like, freaking Jedis were no longer a thing for years. The Jedi Temple was destroyed. Everyone was hiding from the Emperor. So I'm like, how the fuck do you know how to do a force pull? And Finn picks up the lightsaber without any problem. Thank you. Thank you. There was a reason why, from my understanding. Jesus. Doris, hello? Why are you meowing? What's up? What's up, baby? Hello. You hear me complain now? She's like, huh. Tell them, sis. I think that's what she's saying. But yeah, so hold on. Is she here? Doris, come here. Come here. Hold on. Let me see if I can do a cat cam. Hold on. Come here. Come on. You fucking crazy bitch. Let's go. Yes. Oh, yes. Hello. Hold on. Ugh. Let me... No, don't leave me. Stay. Stay with me, please. Hold on. Can I activate? Yeah, let me activate the cat cam for like 2 seconds. She may be staying. Yeah. She's staying. Okay. Hold on. Let me activate the cat cam. Let's see. There we go. Hello, chat. The queen is here. Okay. You're going to see all the emotion. Duolingo is yelling at me because I haven't ended. We can do it. No problem. But basically, listen. She managed, like, at this point in time, there's no Jedi. Yes, the cat cam. There's no more Jedi at this point in time in Force Awakens. She managed to do a force pull to get inside, like, basically, like, do a force, like brain manipulation to a fucking stormtrooper. He can withstand a full-fledged Sith torturing her for information. What else? Like, she does so many things out of fucking nowhere, seemingly without any problem. Gets on the fucking Millennium Falcon, can drive it no problem, even though that she has no prior, you know, experience in piloting jack shit. You know? Has no experience. All she does, oh yeah, I'm a scavenger. I'm like, okay, you're a scavenger? It means that you can dismantle things, you can repair things, no problem. Poor little, probably confused. Yeah, she paid, oh my god, she actually paid her respect to Gizmo in a, like, the day of, she was like super chill, like roaming around, staying nearby. She stayed close when, you know, we had to put him to sleep, but she stayed with us all along. Doris love, yes, absolutely. She's getting all the pets. So there was like a lot of like bullshit that happened. Miss, ma'am, please, can you, there you go. Okay, there you go. So there was a lot of stuff that just irked me when it comes to um hey, don't bite. Okay. When it comes to A Force Awakens, but Deckleberry, it gets worse. And that's why I'm worried about the whole Ashoka kind of like new series. The reason why I'm worried is really because basically Disney, you can see that whoever was writing for Disney spends way too much time on internet. Because by the last movie, all the things that were addressed on Twitter or in various websites were popping up in the movie. So I don't know if you saw, but over on the internet, when Poe Dameron, so the X-wing pilot, was revealed, a lot of people were kind of wondering, oh, is he going to be LGBTQ? And honestly, I really didn't fucking care. Like, I was like, I don't need an LGBTQ like character out in the open. Not that I mind per se. It's more like, because if you're well versed within the Star Wars lore, there's been gay people in Star Wars for very long. Like, it's been a long time. It was not an issue. There has been plenty of gay, lesbian, trans, whatever you want within the Star Wars universe. So for me, I was like, I don't need you to be like, oh yeah, I'm gay. I don't fucking care if you are or if you're not. I was like, I'm here for the movie. I'm here for the entertainment. I don't need, like, I don't need that. But obviously, that was the talk. You know, last movie was just subversion of. Yeah, I mean, listen, the last movie, there's something here. I never found a character sexuality big pros and cons for the characters as a whole. Thank you. For me, like, and this is kind of like my point. And again, could be a hot take for a lot of people, but listen, to me, your sexual identity and sexual orientation does not matter to me in a way that if I like you, I like you. If you're a shit person, you could be anywhere on the spectrum, but if you're a shit person, you're just a shit person. If you're a good person, you're like, whatever label that you have does not matter. I get people want a representation, but I'm the same. But that's the thing. So there's some article out there that was like, oh, is Poe Dameron like gay? Or I'm like, okay, whatever. Listen, by the end of the series, Deckleberry, he addressed it, but not in a very subtle manner. It was just like, he was flat, like full on hitting on women, getting rejected and stuff. I'm like, the character of Poe Dameron was not like that in the first movies. Why are you trying to make him into this player character, like looking, oh, she cute, let me hit on her? Why? Talking about Star Wars, we're talking about aliens. Oh my god. Listen, that's another thing too. And there was like, and I mean, apparently I was the only one seeing this because my eyes probably got trained over the years. Jesus, can we not? Hold on. So apparently my eyes were trained to see those things because whenever there was a Kylo Ren and Rey interaction, friends, I was like 99.9% certain that they were going to either kiss or go, like something was going to happen between the two of them. I was 100% 100% sure. Raylo is so cringe. Listen, I don't mind it. It's just the way they went about it was just like, the way they went about it is what made it cringe. That's the thing. It's the way they brought it up that made it cringe. I don't mind. You can pair the two of them together. I don't give a fuck. It's just that the way that they bring it was not it. And since day one, I was like, are they going to end up together? And I remember vividly, people that I went to the movie with was like, nah, it's not going to happen. What the fuck? Well, where do you see that? I'm like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And lo and behold, it happened. Because Dickleberry, you know what, Dickleberry? We need to have a watch party for that. You need to watch the remaining 2 Star Wars movie. Because I want you to cringe with us. Because there's a very infamous scene that gave Kylo Ren the nickname of Ben Swallow for a reason. And I must say, when I first saw it, I was like, this is not happening. Sounds like torture, Dickleberry. With a little bit, just a little bit of booze, you might make it. Just might. I think what I'll do, I'll keep it like that, to keep like simpler like lines. But I'm going to do like the eyes shade situation after. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But yes, so by the third movie, they addressed everything. So people were talking about basically criticizing the movie by, oh, there's not enough like LGBTQ a whatever S plus kind of representation in the movie. What did the movie do? One of the scene, and I shit you not, I'm 100% like serious when I say that. During the last scene, you know, the celebration scenes, like, yay, we won, huzzah, we're all happy. Like, front and center, like, so you have the, like, hold on, let me look at my camera because I want you to be able to see it. I've got an image of Ben Solo with those high-waisted pants burned into my head. Listen. So, okay. So, the camera is obviously the framing of the movie. So, you have, like, yay, we're happy. It's kind of like, yeah, it's centered almost like this. So, a little bit off-centered. Just a tiny bit. And it's like, yay, we did it. And right in the, so here, the 2 characters. I'm going to take this. Yeah, okay. Here in the back, this distance, I'm not even shitting, to address that there's a lack of LGBTQA plus representation, they made 2 women kiss right there in the back, like full blown, let's go make out. And I'm like, why? They addressed the Poe Dameron situation, they addressed the lack of LGBTQA situation. They addressed, I'm not even fucking kidding. Everything that was said around that time on social media was addressed in that movie. I was so motherfucking upset because I was like, why does social media dictate how you conduct your business? How? Like, why? And yes, the whole Ben Swallow situation was something. Hold on, let me just move things around. Okay, that way I can have Judy in my eyes. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. Okay, I'm going to do this first. Then this will link. The eyes are going to be in one frame. But yeah, they basically, oh, hello, hello. If you had like Ben Solo with the high waisted pants burned into your head, um, this is nothing compared to the infamous scene where you had the Ben Swallow situation. And that particular scene, when I saw it, I was like, 10 out of 10. Rey and Ben and Kylo Ren are going to end up together. I'm not even joking. I saw the scene and I was like, yep, they're going to end up together. No doubt in my mind. Absolute no doubt they were going to be together. It's insane. Hold on. How am I going to go about it? So the ear is actually like addressing those in such another subtle way at all. Yep. And that was like my main gripe about it. Because it's like, subtle? What is subtle? No need to be subtle. Like, when we can shove it right in your face. Hold on. Judy has like a spud here. Okay. Like, there's no need to be subtle at all. You can just shove it in your face and you have to accept it because it's Star Wars. Don't you love Star Wars? Don't you love this shit? See? We're so open and diverse that we can't possibly do any wrong. Here's everything that you wanted. Aren't you happy? It was basically it. I was like, in what universe you thought this was okay? Apparently it was. Apparently that's what people wanted, because Jesus motherfucking Christ, that was the thing. So hold on, I might actually just address it like that. Okay, let's blend. But yeah, so they just shoved everything. Some of the romance routes were absolute cringe. Like, if you think that Reylo was cringe, Kirsten, how about the attempt of Finn and Rose? And I'm going to say attempt, because listen, that shit show was a disaster. The attempt of Finn and Rose. Because, listen, not only I cringe inside, but I was like, it added nothing to the plot. You could have removed the whole thing and it would have changed nothing. It was basically, that whole plot was a 30-minute waste. I was like, you could have cut that whole part and that's it. Finn and Poe and that's the thing, because a lot of people were like, oh, Finn and Poe, maybe they could be together, and I was like, I don't mind, I don't care, like, just give me a good story. And then fucking, I don't know what the fuck happened. But then they decided to be like, nope, we're going to reinforce the fact that Poe is straight as hell and has no interest in men. And I'm like, it's fine, but there's a way to do it, you know? Didn't Finn's character have like a major plot holes in it? Yes. Now that the camera is on because of the cat cam, it's funny because I can add more expression. And I know that you guys are going to understand what I mean by that. Yes, absolutely. 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 Finn, okay. just as a stormtrooper, and mind you, I fucking love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. So for me, token black character, absolutely. It was just, oh, goodbye, Doris. I'm just going to keep the camera on because it's going to be easier for you guys to kind of like see my emotions. Yeah, Finn was absolutely the token black character. It was almost insulting. Actually, scratch that. It was insulting. Cause, and oh, man, I can't believe. Like, that's the thing. That's how much I can't believe that movie just miffed so hard. For me, okay, for me to actually take episode 1, 2, and 3 to defend my point as a comparison, because I dislike episode 1, 2, and 3. I dislike it. I fucking hate Jar Jar Binks. Hate him as a character. The actor has nothing to do with it. The character Jar Jar Binks needs to be burned in 1,000 suns. It was bad. Oh my god, it was bad. But choreography for the fighting scene, top tier. Top tier. So good. Have nothing to do with it. So many characters. Darth Jar Jar, absolutely not. But there's like, even though at the time when I first watched it, I still went like, huh? The fuck is this? I still could appreciate some of the characters. Now, mind you, what was insulting about Finn was that they basically created a token black character in the universe of Star Wars when freaking Count Dooku was like, he existed before. And yes, you know, you could see the Samuel L. Jackson, you know, influence of like, I want to be a badass character, so let me have something special. When back in the days, I was still like, listen, bitch, you're not that special. But the thing is, they still managed to create a fucking badass black character that was, lo and behold, not defined because they were black. They were defined because they were good characters. You could swap it with any kind. Like, it could be like Native American. I don't fucking care. It would still be a good character. And because I've seen that happen before. I see Finn and I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, are you lost? Did you lost your mom? Do we have to do something to help you? Because that was not it. And yes, the actor did the best with what they had. Absolutely. That I agree. The character had shit, is what they had. Hold on. Let me try to kind of figure out here. Yep. And yeah, Finn was basically the token black man. And they tried to take a romance route that did not work out. And then they tried to make another route that was just, it bombed. Like, it bombed the way that it was embarrassing to watch. Like, I wanted to get out of my seat and just leave. That's how bad it was. It's like the kind of cringe where you're like, you close your eyes because you're like, this is not happening, but it is. And I'm like, it's like watching a train crash, but you're part of the train. It was upsetting that Hayden got so much hate for this Anakin, everything. Oh man. And that's the thing. And that's why I'm like, I hate episode 1, 2, and 3 for the characters, but not the actors. Because there was a lot of good actors, like amazing actors even. But they got done dirty, like absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. Let me try to. Okay. Okay. I think this Judy is going to be quite okay, like this. But yes, Rose. The Rose Finn situation was. Oh my god. Oh my god. Absolute disaster is the way that I would put it. It was so bad. It was so cringy. It was, everything was cringy. Everything was just shoved in your face and you're like, I didn't ask for this. Nobody asked for this. I hate that it made everything not a part of the original movies non-canon. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. I got so many books and games. Thank you. And the worst part, a lot of the books, games, and comics were done right. Can we... some love, okay? For Knights of the Old Republic. Like, legit, some love. Darth Raven? Hello? Like, hello? Even, Star Wars, you know, SWTOR Online, they had like a spin-off. I think there was a quest because guess who played SWTOR Online? Hi. Totally not because there was romance options. Absolutely not. But yeah, like KOTOR was so fucking good. They did it right. The story was great. The story was great. Fallen Order Survivor is great. Like, and to me, the fact that they completely dismissed it because, you know, they just fucking couldn't do it properly pisses me off. Because I'm like, the game did nothing to you. Like, those games actually made it better than you. And then you get mad. I'm like, just fucking get good, is what I can say. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to start. It's a purple. I'm going to start with this. KOTOR was so fucking good. Like, it had no business on being this good. Like, even for the fucking plot twist, I'm like, wait, what? Everything. But I fucking sucks at KOTOR. And I don't fucking even remember most of it. Because that could be like a good one to play eventually. It's just, there's a lot. But yeah, so for me, they just completely dismissed it. They were like, no, that doesn't exist anymore. Think again. And it's disappointing. Very disappointing. Because now we're stuck with like bullshit. And like I said, they just want to push some like weird ass wokeness when I'm like, can we just have a movie? Like, I don't need everything to be woke. I like to go to the movies and just tune my brains off like 2 motherfucking seconds without having a message of like, oh, it's important to be woke. No, bitch. Okay? Not in my movie. Mandalorian's only decent show beside the animated one. I haven't watched much about the Mandalorian. I think my significant other watched a little bit more. Mandalorian, from what I heard, even from friends, it started well and then it devolved. It started well and then it devolved. Baby Yoda is too cute. But that's the thing. Objectively speaking, aside from Baby Yoda, what do you remember? That's the actual real question. Because the only, aside from the jarring things that I remember from the Star Wars, like the new ones, the only thing that I remember other than that are the cute creatures. It's not going to clone plot that ties into the sequel trilogy. There you go. You should draw Baby Yoda. I could try. But it's just like, it's that kind of like, it's that level of, is that Animal Panda? She's supposed to be a cub. She's supposed to be a cub. That you'll see. Hold on. I'm going to just link this. But it's just like I said, I like sometimes a timeout from the wokeness. I just like to have like a timeout from the wokeness. I don't need woke all day, every day. Like I said, it is fine to some extent. Just don't do it all the time. Here, there we go. Okay. Okay. Less than that. 2, maybe? But yeah, no. Now they did just like shove everything in our face. Everything that is possible. Looking at you, One Piece. What the fuck is going to be? Listen. They did that with Cowboy Bebop. I refuse to watch it. Refuse to watch it. I don't give 2 fucks if someone says, well, you can't criticize this if you haven't seen it. You guess what? I can't. Just from the trailer, I wanted to scream. I just feel a lot of media is trying to say something these days. But that's the thing. They have nothing to say. Because that's kind of like my point is, the more, how can I say it? Can we my live action anime take a very, hold on, pause. I'm going to finish my thought first. Listen. Okay. The thing is, what media doesn't understand is that whenever I play a video game, whenever I watch a movie, sometimes, just sometimes, I like to have a movie where I can tune my brain out and give no shit about what is being said. That's what we call a popcorn movie. If I want to watch Fast and the Furious, I do not expect a fucking like life lesson message in there. Okay? This is Fast and the Furious. I'm not here to have some kind of moral duality between, I don't fucking care. And sometimes if I want to watch a movie that is thought-provoking, that is deep, I'm going to seek that kind of movie because that's what it is, you know? But if it's like very surface level kind of action, I don't care. I don't want to hear about like anything. I don't want to hear about wokeness because it's a motherfucking popcorn movie. Nobody cares. And it's just that nowadays, apparently whenever you watch a movie, well, you have to have a message behind. Because how do you want to give the message to the viewers and audience? And I'm like, what message? What do you have to send me a message? I don't care about your message. I don't want your message. You know? Hold on. Let me just... This. And I'm going to go back to anime, because that also makes me very upset when I think about it. Okay. There we go. So in this side, I'm going to delete this. There we go. And I'll... Huh? Why didn't it... Huh? Hold on. Why is it not... The fuck? Okay, so it only applies to... Okay, that's dumb. Live action anime, honestly, is criminal. Yes. Live action Death Note was... It's not the only one. I would just go and stick to my cartoons. Let's just watch the Mario movie again. It's just... Okay. Live action anime. Let's talk about that. Hold on. Opacity. Let me just bring it down just a tiny bit. That's not exactly what I want, though. Can I lower? No, that's way too large. Nope. 8, maybe? Hold on, because I'll jump into it. No, 7. Okay. Good. So, anime. Oh my god, where do I stop with this shit? Okay, let me delete now here, this side. And let me delete this side. Good. Working magic with Judy? Thank you. I might add a little bit more to her eyes. Okay. When it comes to anime, done. Just good. Not here. Let me just delete some here. No, add more. Okay. So that's the thing. I think the live action situation is part of the, I would say, the Japanese culture a little bit more, if that makes sense. And I feel that North America, we just can't do it. North America, we just can't do it because we don't understand how to properly adapt something without screwing everyone over. Hold on, let me just... Okay, that I agree. Disney just needs to stop. Yes, absolutely. And I don't know why there's this obsession with remaking everything. Because nobody wants it. That's the thing. Nobody wants it. Nobody care. And even for little kids, like, if I show The Lion King to a kid, the animation, I sure hope they're going to like it better than the freaking whatever monstrosity they made for The Lion King. And yes, you have like amazing, talented voice actors in the movie. but it's still, it's not my Lion King. And it can be debatable. A lot of people, like, can be like, well, it might not be your Lion King, but it could be the Lion King of someone else. I'm like, yes, I get it, but also you're wrong. Nostalgia baiting, absolutely. You didn't know Lion King was a cartoon to the live action one? Yep. That's kind of like the sad part. And that's the thing. Like, you know what? Can't really blame your niece for that. Can't blame your aunt either. Because your aunt most likely grew up with the animated version of Lion King. And we're like, oh, I remember the Lion King being amazing. I want my kid to be able to watch it and discover it and enjoy the Lion King the way I did when I was young. There's no problem with that. It's completely perfectly sound and innocent. However, we unfortunately came across a problem in the Matrix. And now we are part of the darkest timeline. Cause it's just it was not good. It just made me sad, absolutely. Cause I feel, because obviously the plot is based on something that is very solid, it's just that visually speaking, that was not it. You know? And I think they switch a few things too. But nonetheless, still not our Lion King, not what we remember. And that's the thing, the only one movie, live action movie, that was done right was the Jungle Book. It was the first one, and it was the only one that Disney adapted from the animation to an actual movie that was good. Some fan made it into a movie and those were much better. I believe you. I believe you. But yeah, the Jungle Book, I think, was the only one, like, live action situation that was like, well done and adapted. Even like the song and everything was done good. Okay, let me try to see. Cinderella was amazing as well because they made it just not one-to-one remade, added to the story. And see, like, friends saw the Cinderella movie, they actually really disliked it. Mostly because it's like, why, how can I say it? Why saying that it's a Cinderella remake? Why don't you just make a whole new movie instead of calling it Cinderella? Why some movies actually got the treatment of the one-on-one, you know, reproduction, and others didn't? Like, there could be, like, excellent characters, you know, in the remake, like, not the remake, but the newest version. Just name it differently. Was my character necessarily make it more retelling? Yeah, that's kind of like different. And it's kind of like my gripe when it comes to, and I'm a very, very harsh critic when it comes to the Lord of the Rings of Power. And I've been very vocal about my fucking dislike about this piece of trash. If someone likes Ring of Power that watches this VOD, I'm sorry, and who hurt you is really going to be my question. Because this is not it. Okay, hold on, let me Judy. There we go. Yeah. Because Ring of Power, absolute trash. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, actually insulting. Let's see. I think her eyes. Yeah, I think her eyes are right. They're a little bit like lighter than. I'm actually tempted to add something else. A little bit of like, because it's like a galaxy. So I want to add a little bit of pinkish hue to it. Yeah, okay, I like it better. Like more like a galaxy eye has like a better like pinkish hue to it. And add maybe a different shade of blue. Okay. What in the hell? Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. There you go. All right. Yes. Cleo is also streaming. Hold on. Let me just clean the grade. There you go. All right. Let's see for the ears. Here. Let me just. And yeah, there's a lot of BS. I don't know why. It's just all that I know is North America, we suck at making those remakes. I don't understand why we're doing all those remakes, but we should stop, doing them. Like I said, the Cowboy Bebop anime situation again. Why like, why Cowboy Bebop of all animes? And that's the worst part is that, like I said, because Japan did it for such a long time with like live actions, they actually have like kind of like the understanding and culture behind making that kind of things. But North America, we're not used to that. We're not used to that. So why do it? Did I just finish Judy? I think we did. I think I did. So we did Rolled. Can I poke Cleo about it? Let me poke. The Japanese live action Death Note, but so much better than with our American. That's the thing, because they understand. Hold on. Let me just. Oh! P. Not P. Remove. Okay. Cleo. Anyone you need added to the list aside from so we have Judy, Rolled, and Tammy, question mark. No sound. There we go. So while we wait for the answer, let me actually blend a little bit more the first situation here. I've got some Inception going on, seeing you on stream and then Cleo's chat. I know. I'm doing Streamception. I'm doing some Streamception situation. Not the socks. Oh my god. Okay. If you hear any of his answer, Katie, don't hesitate to drop it. Let me try to just blend. I think Judy is pretty much done, which is really surprising considering it didn't take me too much time. I guess I was just like really zoning in. Here we go. Let's see. Let me just do this a little bit darker. All right. Okay. Good. Well, this is done, so that's cool. And hold on. You didn't ask me for Baby Yoda. How the fuck am I going to draw it? I need a picture of Baby Yoda too. Baby Yoda. Oop. Baby Yoda. There we go. It's so cute. Grogu. But that's the thing. Aside from Grogu, what else do you remember? That's the thing. That's the thing that bothers me with Star Wars. Is that we're so goddamn focused on like the actual merch that we just forget about the actual series. The story, the series, and everything that goes with it. So Grogu has like more of a. The porgs were annoying to me. That's kind of like the funny part is that I look at my significant other, and he reminds me of a porg. As in it's cute, you know. But I do understand what you mean. Porgs added nothing to the story. Added absolutely nothing. It was just like, oh, look at this cute thing. That's it. And I was like, why? Why did you create that? It adds nothing to the fucking story. But they're here because, you know, ka-ching, merch. And also, mind you, I'm one of the few people that just dislike Ewoks. I don't know why a lot of people were like, oh my god, I love Ewoks, they're so cute. I'm like, nope. Ewoks are ugly teddy bears. That's what they are. I had to create him because the puffins kept getting in the way. It's just, they just needed merch. That's why they wanted the little pugs. I know. They're filming the island with the puffins and they kept getting more than way, so they turned him into porg. Yeah. They're ugly, but they're cute. Yeah, it's just like, it's merch. It's just merch. You know? But yeah, I kept teasing my my significant other. I was like, so cute. You remind me of a porg. But yes. It's just, I don't know, man. So many things. Let's see. Like, yeah, nobody, like, I don't think anyone remembers anything from The Mandalorian aside from Grogu. And I'm pretty sure that Grogu became something more than just what it is because it's cute. Does that make sense? You know? People are like, oh my god, Grogu is so cute. But I'm like, yes. And? Pores are ridiculous. I know. But that's the thing. They add nothing to the story. Like, porgs legit adds nothing to the story. Again soon. Oh, hold on. Let me. Where is? There you go. There we go. This looks cursed. This looks so fucking cursed. The fuck is this? What the fuck am I drawing? But yeah. I have absolutely I dislike how do you call that? Yeah. Ugly bears. Ugly teddy bears. It's looking so good, you think? We see. It's a wrinkle too. Ewoks, there we go. I was like, ugly bears. It's like a button nose. There we go. If your sound is back, V, don't hesitate to tell me. The Benjamin button of Star Wars, absolutely. There we go. There you go. I think that's my take on Grogu. Off to work with no sleep. Wish me luck. Decaberry, good luck. Hopefully it's going to go well for your work. Oh my goodness. How long did I stream? So hold on. We have Judy. Let me export it. I need to resize first the canvas. Canvas size. Let me see. Width. Anyway, it turned out perfect. Thank you. Goodness, thank you. I don't think so, but if I get an approval, then that means I'm doing something good in the universe. There we go. Just going to like resize a few things and probably ship it to Clio. Hold on. How long ago? Because I wanted to make like a shorter stream when it comes to that. So hold on, that's Judy. Not my arm in a way. Okay, let me see. 100%. That's good. Let me save this file also. Good. Save as Judy. Also. Okay. Rolled. He's so cursed. Okay, I think this is fine. Let me try to see preference. Wait, where is it? Change kind of a size. Height. Yeah, I mean just the width that worries me. Ooh. Can we not? Okay. That's not going to work. Let's see. So on the left side, raise it up. How many pixels do I need? Oh, not again. Can we not? Okay. Okay. First of all, okay. Let me rotate it properly. Apparently it's crooked. Perfect. That's 0°. That way, like the good part is I think Cleo is going to be able to release more songs by doing so. So that makes me kind of excited. Okay. Export single layer, PNG, because it's a rolled. Oh, goodness. So I'm just doing all that. Let's see. It's kind of crazy because now I want to have a cat again. Okay, 90%. That's going to be good. Like, I'm more like fighting the urge of having a kitten than anything else. I know that my significant other was kind of worried because he was like, he didn't know how Doris would get along with another cat. And it's a very, very, very fair kind of like worry. Because she's a bit of a crazy, crazy cat. Can I get... No. Can I get a 0, please? There we go. Okay. And I think I'll do a silent raid on Cleo's. Just drop in unannounced. There we go. Save. PNG. So that's Tammy with a Y. Will it be that silent? I hope so. You know me, Katie. I don't need no songs in my life. I'm just here to support our boy Cleo. Tammy. Because like I said, I just wanted to draw a little bit to kind of give the news, even though it was technically a bad news. Hold on. Let me send it to Cleo. Hold on. Oh my god. Let me just try to... I need to answer some stuff. Okay, there we go. Tammy Lenva looks so good. I know. She looks amazing. Let me try to send it. Where is it? There we go. Rolled. Let me send it first. The way that Rolled looks like is so funny. He looks so fucking cursed. Tammy. And then the last one is Judy. Judy looks good too. I'm happy. There we go. All right. Everything is sent to Cleo. Okay. It's been 3 hours-ish. 3 hours and a half of drawing. Hold on. This is going to be kind of funny. Let me just... Hold on. Let me... Can I crop? Okay, never mind. I'm just going to... There we go. Add... Hold on. Bonus. Baby. Ooh. Yoda. You pumped out so much and so much great value. Thank you. Thank you so much. It is I did talk to Cleo about it. For me it's really like I understand like where he is, you know, when it comes to um you know, being kind of like I want to create more content, but I'm always like waiting for people to do their part, if that makes sense. And I understand like how I'm just going to like color this really quickly before we jump into Cleo's chat. And I understand like how frustrating it can be, you know, to be at the mercy of whoever you're working with. Not saying that it's bad, but it is also in a way that you're just stuck with whoever that you work with and you just have to wait after them, and then eventually like things fall out, or eventually kind of like you knew that it was not going to happen but you had no real confirmation until like a year or two later, where you kind of like I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. The person was never going to work with me, but they made me wait all this time and look at all these other projects that I had to put on hold because I have other shit to do. So to me, anything that makes Cleo's life easier, absolutely, I'm going to help. Absolutely, I'm going to help. There's no even like 1 ounce of doubt when it comes to that. And so for me, like, that's like the most important part. It's just because I know it sucks to wait for other people to do your own shit, and like it's interesting because people don't even, I mean, not all. That would be completely false of me to say that. But I don't think people actually fully realize how much effort there is behind all that. Rosie, hello. Yes, Grogu. Debbie Colberry was like, you could draw a baby Yoda because we were talking about like I was trash talking Star Wars. Oops. But I was like, yeah, sure, I can give it a try. I don't. I'm not fully confident into my ability to draw like a Star Wars character, but I can try and see like how I can paint it. But yeah, I don't think people realize how much like Cleo puts work into his shit. And that's why for me I'm like being someone who draw from time to time, like, and I consider myself as an amateur artist. If there's anything I can do to help and make his life easier so he can produce more stuff, then by all means, because he's mad talented and deserves so much more than just this, you know? And I'm talking about not only Animal Crossing, just music in general. I mean, that's why like the podcast thing was such like an interesting project for me because I think not a lot of people actually take the time to know like Cleo's work, and it's a bit sad, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I want people to discover Cleo in a different manner than just Animal Crossing. Because he doesn't just do Animal Crossing, he does other shit too, and is mad talented. So, like anytime I can, I try to showcase him. but obviously I kind of understand also like our schedule and his like life schedule and everything makes it very difficult to even fathom being able to do like a podcast situation. So that's why like maybe some kind of like offline series that could be like recorded and be released would be interesting, you know? Because yeah, I want to like, even though it's very niche, and I know like the question of like, do you want that kind of crowd? I'm like, I don't mind. I don't mind that kind of crowd, you know? Let's see. And Grogu has like brown eyes. So let me like my quick Grogu kind of like fan art situation. um, Let me add some gray here from the corner eyes situation. Okay. There we go. And then we just blend, blend, blend. There we go. And then add some pure white. Let me add that here. No, there we go. And then I'm going to add bonus baby Yoda. There we go. Going to add some red situation. Okay. Is it like short doodle? There we go. And if he's going to showcase it in his stream, don't forget to subscribe. Baby Yoda loves us. Yes. I think, yeah, I think that's it. Let me export it as a PNG again. Clip Studio, and it's going to be Baby Yoda. There we go. Let me export it. It's going to be freaking funny. Let me send it to him. Oh, hold on. No, Baby Yoda has like pink cheeks situation. Hold on. Because it's like it adds a little bit of cuteness. There you go. Hee hee. So cute. Look at him. Okay, now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Baby Yoda. There we go. I think that's going to be it for today's stream. So close to membership status. I'm not that close. But thank you. It's always interesting. But yes, actually, to anyone who watches the VOD, if you made it this far, it's not too long. First of all, thank you for just sticking around after all like the roller coaster of emotions, even though I did good. When it comes to, unfortunately, my cat's passing and everything that happens in the background. But yes, I am on my way to 500 subs right now to get eventually, you know, memberships so I can make those emotes. 2/3 of criteria close. I mean, yes, I got all the watch hours. I actually have the watch hours. I have the 4K watch hours. So technically speaking, my real goal would be to hit 1K subscribers, but listen, baby steps. But yeah, like I would love to make emotes on stream and for you guys to be able to use it. So that'd be really amazing. I'd be like, I already have like ideas for member only streams, so that's going to be like really something. Um, but yeah. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. Your cat cam is still on, even though there's no more cats laying here. But yeah, so if you make it this far, don't forget to just hit the like, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It always helps. If you know anyone within your circle of friends that may have a kind of like a different kind of sense of humor that would match with me, invite them. A watch party. And yeah, so I think that's going to be it for today. We'll definitely go to Cleo's stream because he's currently streaming Rags to Riches. No need to raid, friends. I see you, especially you, Katie. Let me point, Katie. No raid. I just want to just hop in. But yeah. So thank you guys so much, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. I'll try to keep you guys updated if anything happens in the future, especially if there's like a new cat situation or but hopefully things are going to be a little bit calmer for the rest of 2023 because we're sick of it. we're done. But yeah, so thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.